Hey guys, this is Ron with Firehouse Solutions, and today I'd like to show you a new and exciting feature that we just released, and it's called databases. The database feature allows website administrators to build their own custom databases and collect data from both the members and the general public. I think this is definitely a truly amazing feature since it's so customizable and it can accommodate any fire department process, such as managing inventory, apparatus maintenance, recruit forms, and whatnot. So today we're going to build an apparatus and equipment maintenance request form that the members can fill out, and then those results would email the engineer for action, and it'll collect all the data and everything. So let's go ahead and get started with that. You're going to log into your members area and you're going to click on website management, databases. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new database. And let's call this apparatus and equipment maintenance request. So that's the database title. The next thing you want to do is put in a description, and this tracks issues with apparatus and equipment. The next thing is the form header. The form header is what the user will see when they're actually filling out the data. So when they click on, new maintenance request at the very top, you could say, fill out the form below to submit your apparatus maintenance requests. And then the form footer is obviously on the bottom. You could put like star, um, any building requests should use the building um, maintenance database. Okay, so now if we scroll down, there are two types of security to all of the databases. There's public security and there is members area security. This is not going to be a public form. It's only going to be in the members area. So the public security, I'm going to select no access. The members area security, however, I want the members to be able to add records and I want them to be able to view records. So I'm going to select contributor. This will allow them to add records and view records. So there's different levels here, and you can decide which one fits best. If you just want them to submit information and not see any records, you can change it to submitter. The sort order, all that is where this database shows up in the members area menu. So let's go ahead and set this at 100. That's fine. And send notifications too. So this is where we're going to put the engineer's address. So we're going to say engineer@firehousesolutions.com. The last thing when creating a database is we want to set a database owner. And in this instance, we'll say Bob Test. Let's say he's the engineer. So he can manage all of the records in this database. He has full access. He's like an editor of this database. You can have multiple owners. So let's go ahead and add. So our database has been added up here. Here's all the information we put in. And now we have to add fields. Very easy. Click on new form field. And first thing we want to do is we want to collect the date that this was submitted. So let's say submitted on. The field type, we can just make this a date time stamp. So you want to collect that first date time stamp. Primary, all this is whether or not the field shows up when you're viewing and navigating all the records. And required, is this field a required field or not? Very easy. And then sort order, obviously this is just where the fields will show up on the form. So we'll start off with 1. Okay, let's go ahead and add that. Next thing we want to do is we want to say our apparatus. This could be we could make it a drop down, which is going to be a list. And yes, that's a primary field. Yes, it's required, and sort order is 2. And right here, since I've selected a list field type, we're going to add our apparatus. So engine 21, engine 22, squad 2, tanker 2, and let's say Jeep 2. Okay, let's go ahead and add that field type. New form field, and let's say, is the apparatus, let's do the apparatus status. So the user is going to click a checkbox and say, is this apparatus in or out of service? So this is going to be sort order 3. So we're going to do in service and out of service. Very easy so far. Let's keep adding form fields. Was the 911 center notified? And that's going to be a checkbox, sort order 4, and that's yes or no. And add. And new form field. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add a box for the issue. So they're just going to summarize what the issue is. That's going to be a text field. Very easy. Sort order 5. And then we're going to add another field, and we're going to describe the issue in detail. Now this is where they're going to write paragraphs of information if they want to summarize what's going on with one of the trucks. So this is going to be a memo field. You don't necessarily need to show this as a primary, like up on the when you're navigating the records. So let's take that off. Okay, moving along, let's do submitted by, and this is going to be a member stamp. So that's going to collect the member's name. Very easy. And our next field, we're going to do issue resolved. That's going to be a checkbox, and we could say yes or no on this one as well. And we're going to add one more form field on here, and this is resolution notes. And that can also be paragraphs of information. And add. Okay, so we've got all of our form fields here. Our database is built. It's done. You can use the form dividers if you want to organize these fields. So you can have a divider and then have, fields about the apparatus, and have another divider and fields about the resolution. So it's a good way to organize your forms. So let's see. Let's go up here and go to Forms and Databases. You should see this on your Members Area menu. And we'll go to Apparatus and Equipment Maintenance Request. That's what we just built. Here it is. It's beautiful. I can create a new entry. So the members can log in, and if they have a problem, they can go ahead and create a new entry and fill this information out. Okay, what I've done is I've logged out as the administrator, and I've logged in under my user account. So I'm logged in under Ron Rayleigh, and I'm a user, and I've got a problem with engine 22. It's leaking brake fluid. So I'm going to go to Forms and Databases, and I'm going to submit an apparatus and equipment maintenance request. So I'm just going to click on New Entry. Very easy. The submitted on, it captures the date and time that this form was submitted, and we're going to say engine 22. There's our drop-down list. The apparatus status, we had to take it out of service, unfortunately. The 911 center notified, yes, they were. The issue, let's say brake fluid leaking, and describe the issue in detail. Let's say discovered pool of brake fluid after returning from the house fire on 12/10. Please fix as soon as possible. Thanks. Okay, now submitted by, it's going to capture my name automatically. Is the issue resolved? No, it is not, and there are no resolution notes. And here is our form footer that we had filled out. So let's go and add this entry. And there it is. The engineer has been notified. And if I go back, here is my record that I created. All of these records can be sorted by the various fields, ascending or descending. You can search through all of the records in your database. You can export this data to Excel. The other thing that's real nice is the record is in a very easy to read format, and there's also a printer friendly feature there too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. This is definitely an amazing feature. I believe it sets us apart from a lot of competitors. As you can see, there's a lot of things that this can be applied for, a lot of processes. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, send us feedback. Our email address is support@firehouseSolutions.com, or you can give us a call. The number is 301-475-1900. Again, this is Ron with Firehouse Solutions. I hope you guys have a great Christmas and enjoy the new year.